This is Startup Biz Coach Radio, formerly known as Mornings with Terry, and we're empowering entrepreneurs right from the start. Find us at thestartupbizcoach.com every morning at 10 a.m. Eastern with your host, Terry Clay. Are you ready to get this business started?
Hey, this is Terry Clay, and I am back with another episode of the Startup Biz Coach Radio.
Hey, this is Terry Clay, and I am back with another episode of the Startup Biz Coach Radio. Yeah. So, we do this call every single day, Monday through Friday. Normally, we get live about 10 a.m. Eastern right here at the blog, the Startup Biz Coach.com. And actually, we're not only at the StartupBizCoach.com, we're on YouTube, Stitcher, iTunes. We're all over the place. But if you want to get the blog that goes with the recording, head over to the StartupBizCoach.com every day at 10 a.m. Eastern, and we've got a new episode going every single day. So what do we do here at the Startup Biz Coach? We interview successful entrepreneurs, business owners, those who are, and we're empowering entrepreneurs right from the start. You know, we do interviews. I do interviews every Monday for, I'm like weeks and weeks in advance. But what I do is I want to talk to entrepreneurs who are successful business owners, who are running their business on a daily basis, so that you all can learn some new things. So I may talk to a person that is an author. I may talk to a coach. I may talk to a Fortune 500 business owner. I've talked to Sharon Lecter, who has 15 books with Robert Kiyosaki. I've talked to Dennis Kimbrough. I've talked to many people, entrepreneurs, that and virtually ask questions of them. He can help you as a business owner. So make sure you head back every single day, Monday through Friday, at the StartupBizCoach.com, and your life will be truly changed. So as we do every Monday through Thursday, we have guests on the show, and nothing has changed. And as we do on the call, we allow our guests to introduce themselves. So please introduce yourself. Tell us who you are and what you do.
Hi, Terry. I just want to first say thank you so much for having me on. I'm so excited, and I'm honored that you have chosen me to be able to give some information out here to different entrepreneurs. My name is Tawana Hammonds, and I am a successful entrepreneur. I want to put that out there because it's so important that we claim what we're doing every day. So that's who I am.
So what do you do? Tell us about your business.
Well, I do a few things, but first I want to kind of elaborate on the thing that I'm most passionate about, and that is owning my own hair care line. I'm so excited about owning my own hair care line, but I'm not only I just don't own my own hair care line. I'm an educator, so I help other people get into a position to where they can actually own their own hair care line or products or different things of that nature as well. I'm also an author of a book called Trade Secrets, The Secrets of Success as a Celebrity Hairstylist in the Beauty and Entertainment Industry. So I also work on different sets as far as with different photographers, with entertainers. I do that as well. So I help others be able to accomplish their dream as well.
So tell us a little bit about your hair care line that you have right now.
Well, my hair care line, I started my hair care line back in 2003, and I was just kind of like playing around because I had a few clients that would come to me and they had situations going on with their scalp, and I would always have to mix some things up, and I found that what I was doing was really, really helpful to their hair. So I started out in 2003, very small, and I started with my own salon in Augusta, Georgia. And then it went from 2005, I said, I really want to do something. So I said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it in some bottles and jars, okay? And my clients really began to say, hey, I think you got something here. I kind of, put that to the side. I kind of started on it, but put it to the side. But I really, really got passionate and really, really serious back in 2009. And that's when things really, really exploded for Genesis Hair Care.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you something. We are empowering entrepreneurs right from the start, and you said your hair care line just started to explode. What do you think if somebody was interested in getting a hair care line, what could they do to get that explosion of their hair care line? Or just explosion of their business, period?
For me, it started out with really, really positioning myself in the right way. Mm-hmm. And whenever you're starting out with any type of business, you want to make sure you have certain things in place. You want to make sure you're speaking with the right people to get the right information. And that's what I did. I began to, look for people that were already doing the things that I wanted to do. I began to sit down and talk to them and network with them, so that once I got out there, I wouldn't fall. We all kind of have to kind of filter ourselves and feel ourselves around, and we're going to make little bumps and scars here and there, but positioning yourself to be with people that are already doing it. And that's what I did. I went out there, I talked to different people, I got with chemists, I talked to them. I actually work heavily and very close with the chemist that do a lot of my products. I got with her. She gave me information. I took chemistry courses. So I got with people that could help me and steer me in the right direction so that my business could really, really take off. And that's what I would really recommend to others, making sure if you want to be a coach, get with a coach, because a coach needs a coach. You can't just think you know everything, but you have to educate yourself. And I believe that's the biggest key, is to educate yourself and actually be under people that are educating others to make your business expand. Mm-hmm. That's what I believe.
That's good. So what I hear you say is that you need either one, to listen to follow successful people, follow other successful people, or success leaves clues, and just listen and do what they say to do. That way you know how to do it. And then I guess another thing that you said is get a mentor, get somebody who knows what they're doing, right, and follow them. Right. Yeah. But that's good. I just like to, because a lot of the callers, and honestly, believe it or not, but that's why I say success does leave clues, because a lot of the people I interview on the call, sometimes I ask the same type of questions, just because I want them to kind of rehear the answer over and over again. And if you keep hearing the same thing, you got to do it. And that's one of the things that I keep hearing is get a coach, get a mentor, follow somebody that's doing what you want to do. And I mean, even though you're doing hair care, that same thing can work for coaching or mentoring or whatever your business. If you want to start a restaurant, a bakery, or whatever, it's going to work the same way. So.
It is. It really, really is, because I've learned that you can have an artistic view and an artistic point in whatever your actual passion is or your career path is. But the main thing that I really got from it is whenever you're doing something and it's $1 billion business, because the hair care industry is $1 billion business, but I was not taught that in order for you to be a part of that $1 billion business, you have to actually get involved in it. And doing hair wasn't just being one, in one aspect of things. Mm-hmm. And for so long, that's what we're taught. We're taught as cosmetologists, you go in and you do hair, but that's not the $1 billion business. The $1 billion business is actually taking a part of your actual business and find out the other different positions of the beauty industry. So I like to tell other hairstylists that it's a business to beauty, and that's why I make sure I help others see how they can be a part of that $1 billion industry.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good. I mean, it's I always say learn some, do some, teach some. So it seems like that's what you're doing, is teaching some and helping others to do the same. So the other question I was going to ask you, I was looking at your site, and it says that you have worked with some recording artists and some TV shows. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I actually moved to Atlanta. I moved from Brooklyn, New York to Augusta, Georgia. I had the first natural salon in Augusta, Georgia. And, after owning that salon in that position, I was like, I want to do more things. It was just this hunger and drive that I had inside of me. But the people around me weren't thinking the same way. So when I would ask different things about, hey, have you ever thought about who did Lil Wayne's hair or who did this person's hair? They would look at me like, no. So I knew right there, something was going on with me. So I began to seek out different people, and it was a young lady that helped me, and I will never forget her. Her name is Nisa Green. And I called Nisa, and I spoke with her, and she gave me who was my mentor, and her name is Crystal Wright. She gave me Crystal's information and told me to take her class, and that's what I did. And I took her class, and she just aligned me so well to be armed when I got out here in the industry, that I will be prepared to be able to walk in some of the biggest doors I would have ever dreamed of. And that's what I did. After I took her class, I was ready. I was prepared. I knew exactly what to do. And Nisa actually gave me one of my first huge jobs, which was working on a set with Bobby Valentino, Angie Stone, and it was oh, goodness, I'm a loss for words. I can't even think, and I don't want to forget anybody, but that was just one of the two. And I began to position myself to be in the company of those type of people. I worked with one of the biggest photographers out here, which is Hannibal Matthews. And we kind of started together, and he just exploded, But through working with different photographers and working with different people, that helped me be aligned to be one of the hairstylists out here in the industry. And I'm so thankful for that, because that experience opened up a door for me. And it opened up a door not only just in the entertainment industry, but beauty as well.
That's good. That's good. And I like how you said that, you started thinking outside the box, and you were, I guess, surrounded with people that really did not think outside the box, but the advantage of you thinking outside the box put you around other celebrities and got you on those shows and those type of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So that, if nothing else, if nobody gets anything else from it, sometimes you do have to think outside the box to really explode your business and take that business to the next level. You can't. It's not necessarily you have to do what everybody else is doing. Sometimes you have to do what nobody's doing, stand alone, and sometimes that'll take you to your next level.
All right. And not being afraid to just say, hey, I'm going to do this no matter what. Being willing to say, I want something, I'm determined enough to do it. And if I have to leave everyone and everything behind to get to that point, that's what I'm going to do. And so that's what I did, and I'm so glad I did. Every day I'm thankful because I had that opportunity, that I followed that gut instinct, that spirit that lives inside of me. I followed that, and I'm so glad I did.
That's good. So you have courses that you teach as well, and how did you, I guess, get into, trying to help others through teaching? Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, as far as helping people, as far as guiding them, it was so many of my peers. As a freelancer, we need certain things. And so we needed contracts, okay? Because the biggest thing was, for me, is going on a set and not getting paid, especially if you're working in entertainment. There's what you call nets, and there's net 30s, net 60s, and net 90s. And sometimes your net 30 would turn into a net 60 if you're not checking on your business. And I'm going to say that again, if you're not checking on your business. So right away, I realized I had to understand that I was my business. So in order for me to understand that I was my business, I had to carry myself as a professional businesswoman at all times. So I began to write out my own contracts whenever I did anything, whether it was for free or whether it was a paid job. I had to make sure that whatever I was doing, I was going to make sure what they told me I was going to get, I was going to get. So I started writing out contracts, and my peers would come to me and ask me to do their contracts too. So when one day I just looked up and I said, well, this right here is something serious because everyone is asking me to do this, so maybe I should help other people learn how to do it themselves. So that's what I did. I started out just helping people, with different contracts for freelance jobs. And then it turned into them asking me other different things as far as when I first got on set. I did not know how to build my kit. I knew I had to have one, but I didn't know how to build my kit for the entertainment industry because it's so different from the salon, but no one taught me that. So once I learned, I said I did not want someone else to get out there and take the whole salon with them on set. So I made sure that I was going to create something that gave them some guidelines. And that's how I began, and that's how I started, and that's how I created my book to be able to be an outline for others to follow. So that's how I started helping people.
Oh, wow, that's good. So since you mentioned the book, let's just talk more about the genesis of trade secrets. The Secrets of Success as a Celebrity Hairstylist in the Beauty and Entertainment Industry. And that book is actually found on Amazon. And if you want to see the link, it will also be on our blog, thestartupbizcoach.com. So tell us a little bit about that book.
Well, I am so proud of this book right here because it's so near and dear to my heart because like I just explained, it started out with just, me giving out information because other people were asking me how I did what I did. And so instead of having to repeat it over and over again, God just really put it in my spirit, write it down, have other people have an outline. And from that outline, it created a book because I knew that, I had to find out all these things. I did not know at first how to position myself through and through for the entertainment industry. I had no clue. I just knew that I was going to go and I was going to make it one way or another. But once I began to carry myself in a certain manner and put things in order as far as my, my paperwork was concerned, that's when people began to look at me in a different way and I could see things changing for me. And I said, hey, I wonder how many other people need this too. And with that, like I said, the book just was born. That book was born, and so many people have thanked me so much for writing this book and encouraging other stylists to just take that leap of faith and go out there and do what they need to do. And now it's courses. Now it's different courses you can take. If you want to learn how to incorporate your business, if you want to learn how to be a continuing ed educator yourself, it's just so many different things you can learn how to do and do it yourself because either you have money or you have time, and I did not have the money, but I had time. So I educated myself. I went to classes, and everyone that I felt was, had that authority, was that authority person in my life or that authority coach, I sat up under and I was willing to learn. So I learned, I grew, and then I shared, I poured it out there.
All right. That's good. I love it. Tell us a little bit about what we talk about sometimes failures in business. I hope I haven't asked you this question. If I have, just let me know. I asked you a question about having failures in the business. Have you had failures in business? If you haven't, if you have, tell us about it and tell us how you turned your failures into successes.
Oh boy, yes, I have. I have had many failures, and it sometimes it can be heart wrenching. You could cry and you could beat up on yourself and you could do all that. But at the end of the day, my suggestion would be to gather all of what you've done and look at it for what it really is, and look at how can I make this into something that's going to work for me. And I've had different businesses, and it didn't work out the way I thought, and from that I've learned to focus on what I love and put that energy into what I love, and that creates more so than anything. That's how you create your success, with focusing on what you love to do and not just doing anything with no guidance, because, I it was at one time I said, I want to do this, and I just swing over there, because it was just in my spirit, and I'm just that natural born entrepreneur. It was just always in me. I knew that I wanted to work for myself. Yeah. So when you have that in you, you can get out here and do all kinds of things, but it wasn't until God really put it in my spirit what to do. And then once he put it in my spirit what to do, I began to attract the people in my life that could give me that, could help me with that. And that's how the successes begin to come. Me stop doing what I want to do and just really learning to sit down and listen, listen and take some guidance.
Wow, that's good. That's good stuff, because a lot of times people, we have to listen. Sometimes when we're doing entrepreneurship, we're going to run into these crazy sites, these things that just look crazy. Like, am I supposed to be doing this? Is this really supposed to be my journey? And and if we just keep pushing forward, the miracle is definitely going to happen. And you're going to definitely see those successes. I was going to, one more question, and then we always ask the entrepreneurs if they're reading any books. Are you reading any books? If not, what books have you read that have helped you in your business?
Yes, I'm always reading. Because, one thing I like to say to people, your mentors are not always in front of you. Your mentors are not always people that you call on the phone and talk to. But one of the biggest things I've learned over time after time and over the years is my mentors are my books. And right now I'm reading Mastery by Robert Greene. Mm-hmm. I just picked this book up, so I saw it in a Nubian bookstore. So from there, I picked it up, and that's what I'm reading now. So it seems like it's starting on a great path for me right now. But for me, the level that I'm on is really, really obtaining what I'm doing and mastering it wholeheartedly. Mm-hmm. So I just thought that would be, a great start of my 2015 working on becoming a master in what I'm doing.
Yes, that's definitely good. We're going to have one more question, but before we do, we're going to have a word from our sponsors. Be right back.
Have you ever wanted to be a published author? Or how about, would you like to travel the world to get paid to speak and tell others of your story and how others could get over? Would you like to be an Amazon best-selling author? Or maybe you would like to create your own courses and products and get paid for what you know. If that sounds like you, join Terry Clay and Sue Ham at the Business Explosion Mastermind in Florida. It's a private luxury retreat. There, you will have private access to the beach. You will stay in a mansion near the beach. You will be just 2 minutes from Mexico. While there, you will learn all about how to explode your business. If this sounds like you, go to businessexplosion.net. We cannot wait to see you there.
All right, so thanks so much from our sponsors. We appreciate you. We always want to definitely give our sponsors a thank you for sponsoring the Startup Biz Coach Radio. And this is a question that we ask every last entrepreneur that comes on this call. We ask, this call is the Startup Biz Coach Radio, and we are the Startup Biz Coach. And so what I would like to know is, how can you empower an entrepreneur right from the very start? How can you help them in the beginning?
Well, for me, helping them in the beginning is letting them understand that whatever you feel like you can do, go for it and do it. Don't have doubts. Believe in yourself. Believe that you can do it. Believe in your dream and believe in your vision. And that's how I can help them most of all, by telling them to believe whatever is inside of them, and they will do great. And then that's when someone can help you.
Yes, that is so true. Definitely got to have that belief system, because there definitely possibly will be bumps in the road, and if you're still holding on to that belief, definitely your dreams will come true. So I agree with that. So the last, just give them your contact information, maybe how they can get your hair care product, how they can get your courses, how they can get in contact with you if they have some questions on maybe even coaching from your business, or,
Well, you guys, I would love for you guys to go to genesishaircare.org to pick up my hair care products. Great products for women that are natural or going through a transition on how to become natural. Great. We're giving out information on your different texture and your patterns, some great information on that site. But also my coaching and my course classes is genesishaircare.org. You'll be able to go on there and get some continuing education, and also receive some hours if you are a master cosmetologist. But it's not just for cosmetologists or barbers or estheticians. It's for anyone that has a business and just want some information on how you go to that next level. That right there will help you in a whole lot more.
All righty. So thanks again for coming to the call. We appreciate you. We always want to
thank you for having me.
Make sure we say thanks. And this has been a word from Terry Clay, and we are changing lives with positive words, and we are out. Peace.
This has been Startup Biz Coach Radio, formerly known as Mornings with Terry, and we're empowering entrepreneurs right from the start. Find us at thestartupbizcoach.com every morning at 10 a.m. Eastern with your host, Terry Clay. Thanks for listening.